ton of ground balls today. How much, especially given the elite up the middle infield defense that you had, was that in the back of your mind, and did it make you feel almost even more comfortable pitching to contact like that?
No, I mean, that's the goal every time. Just get ground balls and just get easier outs. And I was able to get inside on them tonight and just work there and kind of just mix it up. I think I went through 2 curveballs and a few sliders and mostly fastball changeup tonight. So changeups coming around, just making it a little easier, and just those another offer at them.
In terms of that command on the inside part of the plate, was that about as good as you've ever had it?
No, I feel pretty comfortable going there. So I mean, it was easier for me tonight. That was the game plan, just bust them in, and we just continued to work in there. And Wilson caught a good game, and defense, made their plays, and that's about all you can ask for.
How much more comfortable do you feel out of the stretch now than you did maybe earlier in the year?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I think the little adjustment that we made with just my foot, being a little bit more closed, it allows me to stay close going home, and helps my command and helps the off-speed pitches also.
Zach, what do you make of what's happened the last 2 weeks, both with you and this team, where you are and where this team is?
Yeah, I mean, we know how good we can be and how good we are, and we're shooting for it. We've got a good group of guys. We're just playing hard. The intensity is up, and everybody's out there on the bench, cheering for every single thing that goes right, and something goes wrong. Guys are picking people up. So we've got a good chemistry going right now, and we're running off some ball games, and hopefully we can continue that. We got a tougher schedule coming up, so hopefully we can continue to pitch well and swing the bats.
Zach, the way you've thrown the last 3 since coming back from the shoulder, does that give you confidence the rest of the way that you can stay that way?
Yeah, I mean, you build off each start. So, it gives you confidence, but, you expect that out of yourself every time to go out there and just put up zeros. So, you take it for what it is, and just keep going.
Did you think about going 9 before the Granderson walk? Were you thinking about that, going the distance there?
I mean, since I started coming back from the deal, I know they had pitch counts on me. So as soon as I came in, Mickey told me I was done. So that was about it.
Ed asked my question. He's good like that.
Good.
A couple of nights now, almost the exact same home run. Are you feeling like you're closer to where you want to be at the plate?
Yeah, absolutely. I just on that home run swing, I made an adjustment. He threw me a changeup. I took it. I thought it was in off, but umpire called it a strike, and then he threw me another good one in the next at bat. And then after I swung and missed, he tried a third time, but thankfully I recognized it, trusted myself, and got my hands there and made really good contact, and it went for me.
When you do start to feel better, more like yourself, what is the biggest difference just up at the plate in terms of how you feel?
Oh, just capitalizing on pitches. That's the main thing, because when I was kind of going through like a tough time, it's like I would get pitches that I was looking for, and I'd foul them back or swing and miss or just not put it in play hard. That's the main thing, and I feel like I've been chasing less, and I've been doing a really good job, or a better job, of commanding the strike zone, and I'm just gonna keep building off of each AB and keep the ball rolling. I'm feeling really good right now, and it's a good time for a sweep tomorrow.
Pete, since the All-Star break, this team has really come together in a myriad of ways. Does one thing you can put your finger on as to what kind of created this turnaround? What would that be?
I don't think you can necessarily put it on one thing, but I guess if I had to, it'd be 2 things actually: persistence and diligence. I guess the frustrating thing earlier this year is that we weren't winning games, and we were putting the work in. Sometimes all the hard work you put in doesn't necessarily equate to immediate success, and everyone here is bought in. All of us are pulling in the same direction, and that's the reason why it was so frustrating. If we weren't putting in the work, then it's not necessarily frustrating, because it's like, well, you got guys or a team that's not necessarily putting in the work, so it's whatever. But for us, we took it to heart. We take everything to heart, and we work hard and we prepare well and we try and play hard. And at the end of the day, that's going to equate to wins. And I feel like that everything's gelled together and we're just going to keep on rolling.
That persistence that you saw, how much of that comes from the manager's office?
I mean, it's from everybody. It's a collective thing. It's here in the locker room. It's in the dugout. It's from the coaching staff. It's from the office. I mean, everyone's on the same page here, and I just think that it's been tough. But I mean, now that we're rolling, we're putting a lot of really good games together. Team wins, like it's not necessarily a one-sided ball game, and I feel like we're playing really complete baseball right now.
When you see Wheeler pitch like he did tonight, does that kind of serve as a reminder of how the season could have turned if he had been traded?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a guy with ace type stuff. I mean, he's a guy that gives us a really good chance when he's on the mound. I mean, you can see that tonight. I mean, he's got a hell of an arm, and I mean, when he's on, he does a really good job of stifling opposing offenses.
Making called it kind of a jolt to the team when he wasn't traded, kind of maybe a galvanizing effect that this team was going to stay together and have a chance to do this. Or did you feel that?
I mean, I think that's yeah. I mean, hearing all like the rumors and stuff like that, it's kind of. I mean, you don't necessarily take it to heart because it's not true until it happens. But the fact that he wasn't traded is big because I mean he's a part of the made his debut here. He's been a part of this starting rotation for a really long time, and I feel like if he was gone, there'd be a missing piece. And I mean he's been electric. So I mean it's been awesome.
How good was Zack tonight, throwing inside, getting out of trouble, getting ground balls? How good was he?
No, pretty good. You know, outstanding job for him. You know, he threw the ball really well tonight. He attacked the hitter in the best occasion. You know, sinking was working really good. Ground ball piece tonight, and you know, we mixed it up really good.
Talk about the team defense tonight as well.
No, pretty good. We played the real baseball tonight. You know, defensively, offensively. Both sides, you know, that's what we need. We need that communication, you know, between offensive and defense. So we played really good today.
Offensively today, that home run. What did you see during that at bat? Absolutely failed.
You know, I was looking for a pitch, for a good pitch. You know, the first at bat, he threw me a really good pitch. I just missed the ball a little bit to get jammed a little bit on that pitch. But the second one, he threw me the same pitch twice. I missed the first one, but not in the second one. So that gave me a little bit, you know, consistent on that pitch. So I hit it pretty well. So that was good swing.
Driving in runners like crazy in the last couple of games. What's been working for you?
I've been working, you know, getting good pitch ahead. You know, concentrate a little bit more on putting a good swing at the ball and see what happens. That's what I'm trying to do, working with Chile at the cage. You know, he told me to be a little bit more relaxed at the play, and that's the key for me. When I go into the play and I'm relaxed, I get a good pitch ahead.
Is there something different when you see guys on base than when you go up leading off?
I don't know what is the difference. I'm just trying to concentrate more and, you know, get a good pitch ahead and put a good swing on the ball. That's what I'm trying to do.
Wilson, two things you've done since the All-Star break. Great starting pitching, and you guys have scored first a lot. How much pressure does that put on the opposition with the kind of staff you have?
That's very important. You know, when we start making some run early in the game, that's very important for the team because we give that good support to the pitching star. You know, so that's very important for the team, for the pitcher. You know, especially when we give it good support to him.
How long since coming here did you feel really comfortable at catching the whole staff and everything? It looks like you're really in sync with all of them now.
Yeah, you know, I know in the beginning of the season, you know, it was a little, you know, not too much time on the same page, but right now, you know, we feel really good. The communication been outstanding, so that's what we need. Pitcher and catcher communication is very important. So right now we have really, really good communication.
Was that a normal thing? I know you moved around to other teams. Is that a normal thing?
Yeah, to me, this is normal. You know, it's not easy to come to a new team and, you know, get a good communication with everybody. But right now we feel really good. They give me good communication. So that made me feel good at the plate. for call a good game.
To be part of this stretch and have the success that you personally had in the last couple of games, what has that meant to kind of contribute to that?
You know, I feel really happy here, honestly. You know, and those guys throwing the ball really good. I feel very excited at the play. You know, calling good game, and that's very important for me to keep those guys happy on the mound.
Wilson, thank you very much.
Yep.